Welcome back. 10:11. Brian Trust is in the studio. How have you been, buddy?
Brother, it's good to see you. For starters, I was listening to you on the way here, and I'm just telling you that I hope that you start feeling better.
Me too. Man, I just woke up last night to start not feeling good, and now this morning I'm really not feeling good.
Well, especially what you said earlier. If you're going to feel sick, you want to earn that sick, where you're praying to the porcelain god, maybe.
I want to, exactly. I want to at least 14 Rumplemans to feel this way, you know. With that being said, you have a new show coming to RiverBender.
Yes.
This is exciting, man.
I'm very, very excited about it. It's called Conspiracies and Mysteries, not limited to myths.
I promise
and
you,
legends.
this is just a Reese's peanut butter cup. I didn't miss.
Dude, you don't tell a fat guy that. I'd be coming across this counter right now.
Well, I just saw this stain and it was a little alarming. I would have left the room if my host had that on his arm.
That'd be pretty magical, dude. If the elbow can reach,
man.
yeah.
You never know.
Trust got them Tyrannosaurus arms. I'm lucky just to reach certain things, you know. But no, I'm very not. You just snorted on there, dude. I love it. At least if you watch us back, CJ snorted. But hey, not only am I
with a laugh.
Well, yeah. yes. Let's be transparent here. Hey, not only am I excited about this podcast, but I did hear you on the air this morning. We did talk about it, and I know we're not supposed to put people on the spot, so I'm just going to say wishful. I hope that you're a player on this. I mean, I hope that at any time that you want to come on, I know our minds are a lot alike. Yes, I just want you to know it's an open invite.
Thank you very much.
I'd rather do it with you than without you.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Honestly, we got to get to the point where we can get you on the air here so I can take a day off, you know, and we can let you do news.
Nobody wants to listen to us for 2 hours or tolerate me for 1 hour, you know?
Oh, man. So what was the idea for this?
So really, I like to talk about naive curiosity. I don't have the lingo to be Mr. Professional, but here, if I can elaborate, like on You're Beautiful. Mm-hmm. So, I've got a Thursday, You're Beautiful episode live from 2 to 3 p.m. here on RiverBender Studios. And then here's the crazy thing. Folks, I'm holding myself accountable when I speak to you. I've not opened the Bible.
Right.
I've not read the Bible, but I'm fired up to tell you I've got a podcast about a relationship with Jesus. Mm-hmm. So when I say naive, listen, I'm not looking to tell you that I'm an expert and credibility. That's why I like to use dumb it down or naive. I know there's way more than just myself right now that has a curiosity of what takes place in the world past, present, and what's to come. Mm-hmm. And that's what I like to do is I'd like to open up to a listening audience. I've been promoting it out there as best as I can, and I'm going to use the old school preamble. We the people. And what I mean by we the people is why do you have to have these PhDs and these credibilities to speak when I know there's others out there? And again, when I talk about all topics, paranormal.
Right.
Okay. So paranormal, do you have to be a PhD, a doctorate to tell me that you didn't witness something, some evidence that you've captured? So let's open up the mics to the everyday people. Let's talk about experiences. And another thing I like to talk about, solutions. Okay. Mm-hmm. You got all this money out there for all these people to brainstorm about solutions. What if your superpower is a creative thought that gets 2 to 5 minutes exposure on the air? And somebody says, it's a great idea.
Yeah. I mean, you're right, because I feel like most of the money just goes towards ideas anymore. It's not really a concrete thing. It's like research, developing that idea.
Right.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So with these conversations, let's be proactive instead of reactive, that we didn't speak up. Somebody else spoke up, and it's like, are you kidding me? Now we're going 10 years back? Backwards?
Right. I think it's interesting. So with that, what are you going to, what conspiracies are you looking to explore the first couple of runs of this?
Thursday night's our first one. I've got
this Thursday.
Yeah, this Thursday. Yeah. I know we have nothing set up yet. We'll talk about that later. But this Thursday, I've got Troy Whitworth coming on the show. And we've narrowed it down. We're going to talk about JFK. Wow. Aliens. And UFOs. So, the show's only an hour. Is that diversity or what, dude? Listen, I got
You're
CJ's.
covering it all. The first episode, you said hell with it. We're covering the whole gauntlet.
Hey, yeah, why not?
I love it. No, I'm not picking. I think it's.
No. Hey, if it was up to me, this is what I want to talk about.
I love this.
I want to talk about whistleblowers, to be quite honest with you.
That would be good.
That's what I want to talk about. But let's be grateful that I have guests that come on the show, so now you don't start talking about like trust is jacked up, which, I probably am anyways. But dude, I'm excited. I'm excited about, here, anybody watching this.
Did I tell you I'm a whistleblower?
Woo! The curiosity, what's going on in your mind? What do you know about that you're limited to because you're just a Brian Trust? I'm looking for voices, advocates, people who have an interpretation of something. Stop selling yourself short. I want to know. And if we can get together, let's get together. There's a couple ways they can reach me by email, trustonriverbender@gmail.com. My cell number for texting is go to Facebook and find me at Conspiracies and Mysteries. I know it's all new, but what have you, but let's talk.
Yeah, I think it's cool, man. I really do. I think it's going to be a fun show.
Well, let me ask you this. You've been doing the show for 2 years, for 2 hours at a time.
Three.
My bad.
No, I just.
That's awesome, dude.
3 years.
But how awesome is this that I could share with another radio host? Isn't it great to have these one-on-ones or the people that you have in here to get their interpretation, their vision? Because today now we just want to be lazy and say, hey, Suri, what about this?
Yeah.
Where's that body language? Where's that character and the relationships that you and I build over the years?
Well, and I think that's really interesting. And I'm honestly curious to see how it develops too and how the show continues to grow. Because a lot of people have interest in this stuff. And there's a lot. I mean, okay. I don't want to get yelled at. I'm not trying to make fun of anybody.
You got to do a disclaimer first, right? Don't you have to do it? The views and the opinion. Okay, never mind. Here we go. Moving forward.
Not for this one.
Gotcha.
This is too easy of one. There's people that claim that there's like a 6-foot pigeon that's flying around Alton or has been.
Like the pie I saw bird.
No, like a legitimate pigeon. Like it looks like a pigeon. Like, I don't know, it's a giant bird that's been flying around.
Well, in that case, and I'll bring this up on my show, with today's technology, footage.
Yeah. I don't know if they have it. I'm just saying that was a claim, that there was a pretty large bird that was flying around, about a 6-foot wingspan.
That's kind of like a Brian Truss heading to the buffet, dude. That's a large.
Do you remember when they found the tiger or the mountain lion in Rock Springs Park? Do you remember that years ago?
I've heard.
It was like 15 years ago. We could explore that one.
So anything's possible.
Maybe that's where little Dash went, the dog.
The power of the mind.
I love this, man. This is cool.
It's all about curiosity.
What's your biggest conspiracy theory? Like when you think of like the word conspiracy, what comes to your mind?
I'm going to say AI.
Okay.
AI intrigues me. It can't replace what you and I are having right now.
Right.
But what I can't comprehend is to ask it a simple question, and within less than seconds, you have factual data.
Oh, yeah.
Because it won't answer in opinion. And if that's the case, I know y'all are wondering about it also. Matter of fact, somebody just commented on one of my recent posts. How can you and I talk about something, right? We go away. As soon as we pick up our phone next, now we got an advertisement or what they say, a cookie about that topic. That's conspiracy. How does that not mind blow you?
Well, and it's just too, it's like the data sharing aspect of it. What's really going on when it comes to data sharing and everything else. And I mean, it's really it's truly interesting. And now, you're starting with JFK. What's the interest? Is your guest just interest? So that's what I'm kind of going into. Is it just the interest level of it?
So the podcast, like You're Beautiful, it's not about me. It's about you.
Right.
I've been blessed by RiverBender Radio and the Hentrick family, your assistant too. I still believe in what I call being a voice and an advocate. We the people. I just like the fact that right here in our backyard, you talk about theologists and architects and science. Okay, that's global. It's all over the place. But right here in matter of fact, our backyard has tremendous history, especially when you talk about the paranormal and what have you. So when I keep saying we the people, it's just like RiverBender.com. It's built for the people, around the people, to continue doing business with the people.
So what I'm getting at though is like, so your first hits, like you were talking about earlier, it's not like you're looking for these guys that have these doctorals, you know, that or PhDs. These are folks that are truly interested on the topic, that have done some research and stuff that are coming on. And
Amen. Yeah, absolutely.
I like that. Okay.
So again, this is Troy. Troy wants to talk about JFK. You know, if people still ask me like you did about conspiracy, I'm talking about AI.
Yeah.
Something else that intrigues me, and I don't really hear it much on YouTube or what have you. Don't laugh at me, because this is what the show's about. The show's about
I think it's cool.
Vulnerability.
Yeah.
I think about Antarctica.
Yeah.
Okay, does that even come on your radar? Here's the reason why I bring it up. You know, you talk about back in Michael Jackson and freezing his body and the stem cells that we do with today's science. So if it's all about freezing, well, if Antarctica is a frozen tundra, and we're talking a square mile of ridiculousness, what's truly frozen? What can we learn from Antarctica? Listen,
I get you.
I know I'm going crazy, but there's so many thoughts out there.
No, I think it's what I think's cool is you're doing this at the right time, where it's later in the night, where folks, if they're at home, it's totally interesting just to listen to for a couple of minutes and kind of just
a little bit more than a couple of minutes, please. But go ahead.
Yeah, fair. That's a good point. Like 45 minutes to an hour,
yes.
Maybe the full hour, and then it's just a good listen, because you're right. There's a lot of things right now that folks just like to talk about, you know, whether it's the JFK thing or now it's the Trump assassination attempt.
Let's get current. What you just had this weekend.
Well, this weekend,
Charlie Kirk and Trump in the same intersection.
Well, yeah, and then you got other things. Yeah, so there's a ton of things that you could talk about, and so I think that's what's interesting is you aren't, you know, looking at this as a certain angle. You're talking about all these different conspiracies for the folks that are just interested about it. I think that's really cool, man. I really do.
Starting right here with our backyard.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Here's my conspiracy.
Oh, okay.
Schnooks and the news stations work together. Have you ever noticed every time bread and milk sales go low, there's a damn snowpocalypse that's predicted on Channel 2. Everyone rushes to Schnooks for the 3 inches of snow we're going to get for 2 days, and then all the milk and bread's gone. Schnooks in the black, and everyone's looking good heading into February.
So again, I chuckled at first, but how can I laugh? Because
exactly.
Right. So it goes back to, again, the power of mentality.
I do believe
What does media put out there that makes us act the way that we do?
Oh yeah, there's people that truly think that like we create the news here at RiverBender. I promise you, it's a whole thing.
I just like those people to know that there's a freedom. You know, that's what's the greatest thing about being American: freedom of speech. Freedom. I can't even speech. Freedom of speech. You know, so these are, and that's kind of what I talk about. Do I put a disclaimer on my show that my opinions and views don't reflect, you know, RiverBender Radio? But the reality is this. Conversation. Let's go back to conversation. So even if it's not conspiracies and myths, and if it's general chat, guess what we're not doing? We're not sitting at a table of 5 and we're all just playing on our phone. We're chatting.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a national news feed whenever they go to a wide shot and everyone's in the studio? They're all on their phones.
Yeah, and again,
it's crazy.
That's what. So can we just go back to a great American tradition of just talking with one another?
Well, you know, the idea for this show is, if I would love to have it to where like all of the RiverBender staff comes down for an hour and talks about what they're working on news-wise. So that way I don't have to talk as much. People are already sick of me anyway, you know. So I figured that would be like, you know, the We the People thing, you know, in a different way where it's more of a community show. And I think that that's where you're heading in so many different ways. And like, even You're Beautiful, man, like there's been some really good stuff. And it was, you know, really sad and really to hear about Kirby. And I hope that the Dixons are doing as well as they can.
Talking to Milo this morning. Love you, Dixon family.
And so, but I mean, you've been there for in a lot of different community members, you know, lives and showcase those in a different way. And now in this new form and in a whole different perspective, I think it's going to be great to elevate those folks too that maybe feel like, you know, they're going to get chuckled at for talking about a certain thing, or maybe they feel like they have a tinfoil hat on. So it's an interesting side by side.
What if one person comes on the show and even says something that intrigues you, CJ?
Oh yeah.
You know, so it's, if you give people the opportunity to speak, which again, I'm going to keep saying it, we the people. Mm-hmm. I wasn't very smart at all in high school. I graduated with my freshman class. Accountability, okay? Pretty bad. I partied like the way you're feeling right now, okay? But the reality is this. Why do we forget what I call the most 3 important words out there? We the people. And this gives us an opportunity, a voice and an advocate, opposed to being called a keyboard warrior. What if you tell me something that's so intriguing and I want to help?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who don't want to help, because let's go back real fast to whistleblowers. Okay, why am I so intrigued on whistleblowers? Because there's so many facts out there, but people have the fear to come forward about their safety, their financial stability if they speak. So again, I'm rambling, but I know you out there listening, watching, there's got to be something on your mind. And if it's not on your mind, maybe you can get rid of Karen or Harry at the family tradition thing. And you're like, hey, just go on Trust Show so we can get an hour break from you.
Yeah.
You know, you just, I know, here, there's another one. I was Trust Family Auto Sales, okay?
I'm not a good whistleblower.
I'm doing the best I can out there in the auto industry, but here's something that's intriguing that comes up more and more ever. Are you familiar with people talking about their social security numbers, a bank account that the government has? So when you're born and you get assigned that social security number, you also get assigned a financial amount. Are you familiar with that?
No.
See, we're going to have them on the show. If you're one of them, people try to buy cars, no credit, no job, and they're like, well, the government owes me money. And they swear by it. And they have all this paperwork to go with it. Now, have I delivered a car that way? Absolutely not. But that's out there. Even to the people who say, you don't even have to drive with a license plate.
Oh my God, that is sovereign citizen.
Yeah.
That's
so
a sovereign, because they're traveling. They aren't driving, they're traveling.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
Taxes on your house.
That's true. There's a lot of people. This is interesting, actually.
This is all. So like I said, folks, it's not just conspiracies. It's not just mysteries, myths, and legends. This is a general chat to who knows where it takes.
This is fast. So it's not just going to be the stereotypical conspiracy theory either. That's right.
I couldn't fit that all in my title card. That's why I appreciate this opportunity with you, so people could see that it's a more wide open venue. Man, I just like. There you go.
Now I'm a whistleblower.
We're gonna have to get some sanitizer. I want to start blowing the whistle myself. Yeah.
We'll take a quick break with Brian and come back with more next.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganass Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and it will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganass Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganass Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
What's up? It's Mike Keith. What's up, bro? Good, my guy. Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Dwight Wirtz, president of Wirtz Welding and Tank Service, the nation's premier distributor of tank trailer parts. Dwight has been an outspoken and long-time supporter of the college and is the current chairperson of Lewis and Clark Board of Trustees. Oh, and he's a Lewis and Clark grad.
I'm Dwight Wirtz, and I am a trailblazer.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back, 10:30. If you heard that, I think the news would have stopped today. Daily Show. Brian Trust in the studio. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I so appreciate the open arms of you guys allowing me to come on the show. And not just to come on the show, it's like, what if Trust breaks another one of these stools? You know, we can't afford to replace these stools. But it's a great way to check if 320. Yeah, I'm 320 these days.
Oh.
These stools hold me, and they hold me quite comfortably.
There you go.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, okay. The other day, Friday, I had the guy, candidate for governor, Ted Dabrowski, and I'm going to be honest with you, I completely forgot I had a 9 o'clock guest, and walked in, and I'm like, oh, yeah, this guy's running for governor, you know, so here I am with a pair of shorts on, and it kind of looked like Adam Sandler. I had a collared shirt on, though, so it looked good.
Love it.
And then I realized the Taco Bell chairs probably wouldn't be beneficial for a governor candidate to be sitting on, so we went to the bar stools.
Okay.
I feel like that's fair. Maybe that's a conspiracy. CJ only puts out the bar stools for important guests.
or else heavyweights. You know. Hey, but the reality is, like you just brought up Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
How cool just to be true to himself.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So when I keep talking about the power of mentality, there's a guy with fortune and fame who just stays true to himself.
Or does he? Dun, dun, dun.
Ooh, I like
there
this.
we go. I'm getting into your conspiracies.
Yes. Speaking of conspiracy, there's one thing that I lack knowledge on. Well, I lack a lot of knowledge other than how to dissect a buffet and how to get the best value for dollars.
And how to get a nice car.
Yeah, thank you.
Trust Family Auto Sales.
And Marty Tite, I'm going to come talk to you because all this advertising I do, you know, normally about these good deals.
Yeah.
I think I need to get some of his money for RiverBender because, I didn't say what place. I just said his name. I'm coming for you, Marty, for some advertisement so I could boast where Trust gets this form. Yeah.
Wonderful. Oh, here, real quick. I know that I'm going sideways with this.
That's okay.
Did you find somebody to step into the day-to-day of the American dream of a business?
So I got a guy starting October 6th.
No kidding, man.
So
good.
The power of the internet. I've got the bar leased out.
Yeah.
Starts October 1st. I got another guy on the automotive side of things starting October 6th. And I appreciate you bringing that up because it's not about just a job. It's a career.
It's an opportunity, too.
Speaking of careers, where I was going at right before you went sideways with me, one of the things, you know, and I'm not afraid to tell people, again, I'm not an expert. And Mom, if you're watching, Mom says, Brian, do not talk politics. So that's why I'm hoping, CJ, in this conspiracy and mysteries, if you want to get out of the house, you could help me out with the politics sides of things.
Interesting. We might do that.
Yeah, you could interview me because there's a lot of things that I don't know, like basic questions you would think the people know, and I don't mind using myself as what I call dumb it down because I don't know.
Yeah. I'm interested in that.
You've heard it here first.
On RiverBender.com.
Yeah, I like that.
So the first show is this Thursday.
Yes. My guest will be Troy Whitworth.
Local resident?
Local resident. And that's kind of what I'm aiming for, folks. Going back to We the People. Don't discredit yourself, because that's, again, another conspiracy, I feel. Why, when you watch these YouTube or these news things, you gotta, you know, like especially what have I seen here recently? Again, my favorite topic is whistleblowers, but another one is, you know, we all hear about the UFOs. Mm-hmm. You have military people who are willing to come forward and tell you what they've seen and what they know, right? But they're fear of their life.
Well, and see, this is the other thing. This is my true conspiracy. How come some do and some don't? Was that person even there? You know, it's like, you know, to me, it's like if the Men in Black thing was real, you know, because people do think Men in Black was a real thing.
Where do you get your movie ideas from?
Exactly. So it's like, let's say Men in Black was real. I haven't seen the Men in Black come out here and like do a Joe Rogan yet, but I have seen like ex-CIA people on the Rogan podcast. And it's like, maybe they're a plant from the government to get you to think differently than what's going on. Maybe they want you to think conspiracy-wise.
So again, I'm not an expert, but I do know Congress is trying to pass an act that for those people to come forward that there's some type of protection.
Yeah.
You know? So there's...
They all have to blow an Oscar.
Let's talk locally. You got the Piasa bird on a cave out here.
And a 7-foot bird flying around.
Pigeon. To be where, I mean, like I said, as a folklore, where do these things come from, right? Do you want to know?
Well, and this is what I think is so cool, man. It's like I'm chuckling about it, but you know how many people are going to do the same damn thing the first 5 seconds? They're going to start laughing and going, "Yeah, actually, you know what? This is pretty interesting." You know, and they're going to listen to it.
Well, speaking of interesting, I went to a cosplay. You know, I came in here for what Michael Jackson, You're Beautiful. Remember, I had the yeah. I looked for a straitjacket. I was going to wear a straitjacket on my first episode.
Oh,
but you know what? It's not one size fits all. I'm just really frustrated on every time I go to buy clothes these days. It's got to be Omar the tent maker.
Oh man,
you know.
Yeah, that's true.
But you are right. I could see a lot of this stuff being comical to some
for seconds,
yes.
And then they're going to go, actually, you know what? I'm going to listen to this for a couple of minutes.
And what happens if you listen to it and you actually hear something that resonates with you?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it's not like that dude's messed up.
Yeah. Well, it's just an interesting thing, and it's a lot, man. So everyone's tired of and I shouldn't say this because I have a news show that happens to be, you know, we do pretty well, but it's like people get kind of bored of news, especially right now. It's just like it's so crazy. It's like boom, 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 boom. There's something. So to have something like this where it's more of like I don't want to say lighthearted, but it's not
an escape.
Exactly. It's not, you know, let's go back in and talk about how depressing the news is today.
Sure.
You know,
sure.
This is cool.
That's the power of mentality. It's what I talk about all the time.
I'm very fascinated by this. So, first guest about JFK, aliens, and
UFOs.
Second show, do we have it planned?
I'm waiting on you. Like I said, you know me. I wing things. I came up with an idea. Let's do it.
Do you know what would be cool?
I'm ready. Let's go. I got to take notes.
I watched the new, not new, it's newer, the Jerry Springer documentary on Netflix. Have you seen that?
Jerry. No, I lived it,
It's
dude.
really cool.
Jerry.
But it talks about how they did the show and changed it because it was an Oprah-style show at first. And then they were like, this show sucks. No one's watching it. So they changed it. And this guy that as the executive producer was an old tabloid writer for like the New York Post, you know, and it was like, Bigfoot's my lover, you know, X speaks out. You should talk to one of those people and see how many times that they've actually been like entrenched in their like Elvis abducted by alien story.
And again, that's an escape that I absolutely.
You know what?
Hey, what's the latest I saw? Oh my goodness, a guy who had passed away. Is it Jimi Hendrix came back as Morgan Freeman? Have you heard of that?
No, I have. Like Keanu. No, it was. I heard not more that one, but there's a Keanu Reeves one too, where they're like they think Keanu Reeves is like Nikola Tesla or something.
So again, when you go back to Scientology, if I'm pronouncing that right, at least there you got DNA, but there's more than just what I'm talking about, conspiracies and mysteries.
Scientology's a religion.
See, that's how naive I am.
That's the one that has Tom Cruise in it and stuff, you know. And they're like, you got to pay to like be holy.
Oh, you got to pay.
Yeah.
So there's another conspiracy.
No, it is. Have you seen that guy on YouTube? He just sits outside the Scientology office and films them down there.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm no expert.
He wants to learn. This is where I think
everyday person like you are, maybe just a little bit larger, and I want to chat with you. You know, sometimes it's an escape, but I'm telling you, like for example, Troy Whitworth.
Yeah.
Sat down with him at first. He was talking. I'm like. He started talking about Starbucks. If you turn the logo upside down, okay? And I'm like, starting to do the little, sorry, Troy. But at first I'm starting to laugh and stuff. But then he would just speak with so much confidence and be able to backtrack to the Bible and these dates. And I'm like, you got me intrigued, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
It's a lot of, just like these, do you see the lizard's eye in the Taco Bell bell?
Well, I definitely see the Taco Bell, dude. I'm a food connoisseur. I see that.
But there's a lizard's eye in there. And the original, it's not the full logo.
Okay.
They got it half cut, but you can see the eye starting right here. You know, they can't see it, but, you know, you got the little pupil here.
You know, I think if we go to a dispensary commercial, we might be able to see a little bit more of that. But yeah, I want to be able to entertain everybody with an open mind.
Yeah, I love this.
You know, and I want to be able to talk with you. Listen, you wouldn't need the show if you just talked to AI. And that's another thing.
What does AI want you to know?
AI versus today's skills. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't know how much time we have, but let me just throw it out there real fast. You asked me, was I able to find somebody for the golden ticket to find the job, right?
Yeah.
I know if there's other business owners out there, they can relate to what I'm about to say. Whether it was COVID or after COVID, what have you, we could not find a workforce.
Yeah.
Okay? So one of the other things that I'm intrigued about is kids today, and I love them, I got a fleet of them.
Kids today.
Along with the parents, some of these kids today, they don't want to learn a trade, HVAC, plumbing, mechanics, because everybody's got this vision they could be an influencer.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So
100%.
why put in the work when I'm going to be an influencer and I'm going to be an influencer? So again, where is the country heading? I don't have the answer, by the way, but these are some of the topics that I want to speak of. And what if I speak to you and you come with a proactive approach?
Yeah.
What if, and I say it on Your Beautiful, what is your superpower? And a lot of times I tell people your superpower is your voice, by being able to speak up, because a lot of us sit with anxiety and depression feeling like we have no worth, that today's Groundhog's Day. Now, I know I'm kind of mixing, both things with how I feel about Your Beautiful, but folks, you have a tongue. It's what they kind of call like the sword. You have this tongue that allows you to speak. What are you holding back?
Yeah.
I want to know.
I'm interested. I think this is going to be great.
I appreciate
Seriously.
that. I really do.
And speaking of the trades, thank you for bringing that up. We highlight the home builders, remodelers, and their push to get young people into the trades through all their various programs. Once a month, HBR, homebuildersremodelers.org. Okay, I think we need to call Oscar Mayer, because anytime we get a whistleblower, we give them a whistle and they have to... on the air, they give a little...
I agree with that. If they're going to put some money, not just donating the whistles, but a little bit of money towards the show, so we could get some more whistleblowers.
That would be awesome, man.
Calling you out, Oscar Mayer.
There we go. Brian, best of luck on Thursday. Oh, who's coming on Your Beautiful this week? Do we know yet?
I'm in the works.
Okay.
I'm hoping for
Yeah.
Jaquan Adams.
Okay.
Him and I are talking right now. I got Ola Poland coming back.
Cool.
So I've got a few people. Melissa Georgioff's coming on. So
That'd be cool.
I'm pretty excited. It's just a matter of coordinating and communicating the schedule. Hey, one last thing. I got to throw a shout out.
Yeah.
Guess who's back?
Back good.
Welcome back, MJ.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
So, yes, I got MJ. MJ's helping me behind the
She's
scenes,
cool,
and I greatly appreciate that.
That's awesome.
Oh.
Brian, it's always great talking to you.
Appreciate you, CJ.
We're going to take a quick break and wrap up the show with St. Ambrose. If I can still breathe by the time this commercial ends.